Stephanie, before we start, do you think if aliens were real, oh my God, do you think if aliens were real, the government would tell us about it?
Absolutely not.
I agree. Welcome to Good Call with Mackenzie Salmon. I'm your host. And today's episode, I am so incredibly excited because we're going to be having tinfoil hats at some point. We're going to talk aliens, Kubrick, and fun conspiracy theories. So I have got my friend, writer, brilliant freaking creative mind, also a full-time director of sales, learning, and development. She has her own book out, which is not available yet. We will go over that in a second. All right. Now we are ready to go. Miss Stephanie Terranova, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yes. And also I mentioned off screen, I love your last name. It's perfect for this episode. New Earth.
Thank you so much.
All I'm saying. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be diving into conspiracy theories, alien mysteries, Kubrick, and the things the internet should not have given us access to talk about and to look on. So, fun fact, Stephanie and I met at CycleBar taking classes, and from there it was like, hey, we should hang out. We had a little group join together, you, Court Brooke.
Yeah, I took your class and I was like, just from your class, I was like, I could just feel her vibe. I know we'd be friends. And from there, we messaged and got brunch, and then we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
Been brunching ever since.
And it's been amazing. So thank you for being on. I really appreciate this.
Thanks for having
taking your time to come out here. So let's start off with some softball conspiracy theories. Before we get into this, though, if you're like, why the heck are we talking about conspiracy theories? We and you one time were like chatting it up. How do we get into the fact that you are also a conspiracy theorist?
I believe the legend goes that we were at brunch and I mentioned a conspiracy theory, and I believe the people we were with kind of rolled their eyes, and me and you were like,
I was like, you?
Andrea,
you
go ahead,
too?
zoom in.
See, you got it.
Podcast, I get it.
She goes, zoom in, Andrea.
Yeah, and then we were like, wait,
we got to talk more
on space. What are your thoughts on aliens?
The moon landing? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So from there, we were like, okay, we got to talk more about this. And then I've obviously starting the podcast. I'm like, I want my friends on it. And that was the first thing I knew I had to talk to you about was conspiracy theories. We're like, we're going to talk about this at some point moving forward.
And
Today's the day. All right, so let's do some softball warm-up ones. Okay. These are entry-level conspiracy theories.
All right, level one.
The starter pack, no judgment, just vibes. And also, I do want to say this for legal reasons. The government has publicly confirmed UAPs exist. However, they have not confirmed extraterrestrial life. Everything we're saying is just curiosity and speculation for fun.
Just for ha-has.
Yeah, just for ha-has. Okay, the Mandela Effect. Are we timeline hopping or collectively terrible at memory? What's your theory?
Oh my God. So this is actually one of the ones I wanted to talk about. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I fully believe that we switched into an alternate reality.
Okay.
More on that later.
Dinosaurs had feathers. Do you think that they were like nightmare chickens, or do you think they actually had like the skin that we... Do you think they have the skin that we see in illustrations now? Because I'm like, the more people brought up, they're like, do you think they have feathers? And I was like, wait, that's actually a great question that I never thought about, because how did we know what their skin looked like if we only had bones? Other than caveman drawings.
I did a deep dive on this, and I do believe that they had feathers. I saw like someone recreate like a skeleton of like an elephant or like a handful of like animals, and because of that, they were like, this is what science says they would have looked like, which was completely different. So why wouldn't they? Maybe we're wrong.
Right. Imagine a little T-Rex with feathers. He wouldn't be as scary. I know, a little fluffy T-Rex. I love the videos where they try and do the voices of what a T-Rex would actually sound like, and I'm like, oh God.
Have you seen the video of the Egyptian pharaoh where they rebuilt his voice box? Classic. Internet classic.
I always get to, those remind me of the Rickrolled videos where you'd open and you're like, oh my God, never gonna give you up. Okay, the moon landing debate. Was it fake? Why do you think so many people are obsessed with this one being fake?
Now, you know this is a personal favorite of mine. So I do believe it is faked, but I do believe that we got there eventually.
Okay.
But clearly we were in the Cold War, we had to beat Russia. I think that's a big part of it. And I think for propaganda purposes, we were like, well, we made it, we did it, we were there.
Because people were like, you can see the strings, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the flag is waving, that's weird. Like, there would be no shadows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Did you see the movie with Magic Mike, what's his name?
Tatum?
Yeah, Channing Tatum, the one where they faked the moon landing.
No, what movie is that?
There's a new movie out where they basically are talking about the fake moon landing, and it's got what's her name? Why am I drunk? Scarlett Johansson.
What movie is this? It sounds
My
right up
friend.
Okay.
It's a comedy one. Put that down.
We're gonna follow up.
It's a comedy one. It's actually pretty good. It's
Okay.
Fly Me to the Moon. Yes.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's actually really
Okay, I'm gonna get a hot dog and watch
Get the hot
it.
big hot dog girly, by the way.
I love a glizzy.
Pause.
Yeah, sorry.
No, we're girls. We don't have to pause ourselves. Okay. So, the moon landing, you think it is true? Because we haven't been back since 72.
Yes, I do believe we did get there. I just don't believe we got there when we said we got there.
Kubrick has range. Segment number 2, Hill We Will Die On. So, conspiracy theory edition.
Okay.
This one has been my favorite. I've been excited to share this one with you. So, we are going to be talking about 2 hills that we would die on, conspiracy theories where like this just doesn't make any sense no matter which way you look at it, up or down, left and right. So, my first one that I'm going to be bringing up is the Arecibo Message. Have you heard about this?
No. Okay.
Okay. Andre is going to help us with post.
Is this the one where we got a message from space? Okay, yes. Go on.
So, in 1974, scientists sent a coded radio transmission into space from Puerto Rico, aimed at a star system 25,000 light years away. This included our DNA structure, our number system, our atomic makeup, what humans look like, our population, and also the map of where Earth is in our solar system. That is what it looks like. Thank you, Andrea. Okay. So they sent that into space. Then, fast forward from 1974 to 2001. A massive crop formation appeared next to the Chilbolton Observatory in England that looked like a reply. So listen to this. This is where it gets crazy.
Okay.
That was a crop circle.
Okay.
Same format, but the DNA strand was different, obviously. The being looked different. That's a little alien. This was a crop circle, Steph. The planet wasn't Earth. No human could have done this. Look at the way it's raised. Right. So the yellow right there, when we sent ours into Earth, Earth was raised. So it was Mercury, Venus, Earth, Saturn, and Earth was raised.
Oh, I see.
Why is there 4 things? Why does our planet have 4? Do you see what I'm saying? Bro, bring up the Earth one. Bring up the Earth one. Bring up the Earth and bring it over here right now. Okay. So that's what you see the purple at the bottom? Yes. That was the space disc. That's the thing that we put into, that's like the little disc.
Yeah.
Earth is raised. That's the human. That's our DNA strand.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now bring up the alien one. Girl. I've watched so many. I heard about this from the Y-Files. I think I sent you that.
Did. Yeah,
yes. So here's the alien one that was in return. And also crop circles. Humans cannot make perfect crop circles. The way it's laid down. What did they send to us? What is the purple thing?
How are we not talking about this every day?
I don't know. So I don't understand what more proof humans need. That's right there. That's it. So what do you off the rip think about this?
Come on. What more proof?
Does this kind of scare you a little bit?
It's terrifying, but also comforting in that if they sent this to us, one, it's like they have a level of understanding of like, you sent this, we replied. So, and nothing really bad has happened. I guess
to our knowledge.
But like, that makes me think that they're like, okay, you guys are there, you're existing, we're over here, we're existing. Whenever you guys are ready, come find us.
And like the fact that they send it in the same frequency that we send it. And like, how many years is that? I'm not a mathematician, but 1974 2001, that's what, 40 some years?
Yeah.
Who's going to remember, okay, in 45 years, we're going to make a crop circle and we're going to know exactly how to do it? Aliens. So that's the answer to that. Number 2. Oh, your first one. Your hill you're going to down.
Yes.
Okay, go. Explain.
So we were talking about the Mandela Effect.
Yes.
Everyone's familiar, right? Okay, things are like, we all have like a weird memory of things. What I want to talk about is alternate reality theory, which explains the Mandela Effect.
Okay,
so
give it to me.
In 2012, CERN, which is the European Organization for Nuclear Research, was working on a project to recreate what they call the God particle. Essentially, like the reason for like why matter has mass. Okay. They did accomplish it. They won in 2013, won the Nobel Prize. Fantastic. However, in 2012, while they were doing this experiment, there was this weird weather activity above CERN that like blew up the internet. Like, I'm talking like straight out of Stranger Things, like purple, pink flashes, vortex ring-like clouds.
Stop.
Like crazy. So the theory goes that at that time, they actually did obviously accomplish this, but when they did it, they broke our reality. And the way that like the science works, we have to attach to the closest reality, like an alternate reality. So we all slightly moved over to reality B.
What?
So that's why everything is like the same, but like a little different.
I feel like time has flown by.
That is one of the symptoms.
I feel like things just don't make much sense anymore, where I'm like, Fruit of the Loom. Don't tell me that it didn't have that little basket, that cornucopia.
Yeah, it had it. I remember it.
I could have sworn Chick-fil-A was CHIC.
I don't remember Chick-fil-A, but the Berenstain Bears, classic.
Yes. Classic.
I remember hearing about Nelson Mandela dying. I remember that being like a thing we talked about in school. Like, there's so many things.
Things just aren't at it. And so wait, is that the one is it Switzerland underneath that? Where is this at?
Yeah.
It's in Switzerland?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you've like, I know you like to read like the Dan Brown novels, like they talk a lot about CERN. And I think it's like great because we always want like this like lab, these scientists to be like accidentally opening these portals, right?
Yeah.
Like in every like scary movie, or like that's usually the case.
Yes.
But in this case, it's like, okay, wait, but they did it. Like there's proof that they actually accomplished these things. There probably are repercussions that we're like not fully, able to comprehend.
Right.
So this, I'm willing to die on this hill.
I love that. I love that one. Okay. My number 2 is the Betz Sphere. Have you heard about the Betz Sphere? Okay.
The Betz Sphere?
Betz. B-E-T-Z.
Okay.
Sphere.
Okay.
So, this weird metallic ball just shows up in the middle of these people's, so there was a brush fire. This was in 1974.
Okay.
So weird things started happening. This is the Betz Sphere. This just showed up.
Just like a soccer ball? Okay.
It's like just like a big metal ball.
Okay.
So this ball would roll around on its own. It would hum. It would vibrate.
It would hum?
Yes, there's proof. It would react to guitar frequencies. One of the guys was playing his guitar and it would hum and it would move. It would stay stable on slanted surfaces. They would move the surface and the ball would stay there.
Okay.
It moved like it had some kind of intelligence, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, Navy examined it, NASA examined it, or should I say never returned it to the family when they got a hold of it. Mm-hmm. The official explanations did not match the behavior that was described. Even NASA was like, we don't know what's up. But I think they knew what was up. So, I'm not saying it was alien technology, but I am saying if it was just a steel ball, the government wouldn't have cared that much and it wouldn't be missing.
Can I posit?
Yes.
You're saying this happened in the 70s? When did Roswell happen?
Andrea?
Can we get a quick fact check?
Can we get a quick fact check?
I believe when Roswell happened, isn't one of the whistleblowers, he came out and he said that he had physical, like... 47. They had like remains from the crash that like defied like logic, physics. So, and like that was like a big thing. What if like the crash, I don't know, maybe there were other crashes and this is like part of that material? That
I want you to watch the Betz Sphere when we get done with this because, girl, it makes no sense.
That's so weird.
Like, it would literally hum and vibrate.
The thing is, if I had something like that, I would not let anyone take it.
No, absolutely not. If I remember correctly, like, they told people about it, and then somebody from the government showed up and was like, we need to, like...
The Men in Black.
Yeah. So, my hill, number 1 was the Arecibo Message. Number 2 is the Betz Sphere, alien technology, or higher intelligence. Your second one.
That's a good one. Okay. All right. The movie, and then that, I'm going to have to follow.
You have to.
Right, my second one is a little different.
All right.
I want to base this on the fact you are an experienced interviewer with celebrities. And I think in this age where we live with like parasocial relationships, I believe the conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney actually died in 1966 and was replaced by a clone. The current Paul McCartney is that clone. Now, this is an old one. This is like an internet classic. So, look it up. It's fantastic.
I've heard Kanye's been replaced. I've heard Avril Lavigne's been replaced.
All of that stems from this one. This is like the original one.
Really?
Yeah. Because like, and also like the messages, like playing messages backwards in songs.
I've heard about that.
The Beatles didn't invent that, but they're the ones who made it the most popular. So when you think of those, that really stems from like this. This is the OG, one of the OG conspiracy theories.
What was one of his that he sang backwards? What did he say?
Oh, I have them listed. They're fantastic. Turn Me On, Dead Man. I Buried Paul. Paul is dead. Miss him, miss him, miss him. There's so many. There's so. This.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, they're so.
What?
So good.
No. Oh, nah. Steph, no. That's so evil.
I watched this.
Bro, I don't play about this.
It's called a mockumentary because they would call it that. Me and my sister watched it when we were home alone once. And we got so scared that we had to walk back to back to the kitchen because we were afraid that false Paul
Paul McCartney was going to be like, I'm here. Like if you say it 7 times in the mirror, you show.
We were terrified.
So what makes these two your top 2 favorite of all of the conspiracy theories that you enjoy?
I think a big factor for why I like conspiracy theories is the ability to do like that deep dive. One of my great passions in life is like research, as nerdy as that is.
That's not nerdy. That's good.
Love to do some I love like when you're like, what is this? And then you're like, wait, what? And then like the next thing you know, you have like 18 tabs open. You're like, this doesn't make sense.
That's my favorite though.
It's the best. And then you're like, it's 3 a.m. I've lost all like sense of time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I love that. And I feel like these two are the ones like are in that like sphere where you're like, oh yeah, this, I don't know. And you can always go back to it. You can see where people are like, totally makes sense. But then equally like, I've disproved every bit of it because I think a good conspiracy has an explanation.
Yes, and that's literally was my next question was like, I like being able to talk about these things, and I like ones where it hasn't completely been disproved.
Right.
When you can completely disprove something, it's like, okay, it's fun to like joke and chat about, but like...
And I mean disprove like with science, with fact. A lot of times it's just like people just have an explanation for something. You're like, sure, that could be it, or it could not be.
Right. And I'm going into our next one. Okay. So, real or rogue?
Okay, real or rogue.
So, I'm going to read you a search query, and I want you to tell me if it's real and someone actually typed this, or if it's rogue, meaning I made it up during my caffeine spiral.
Okay, got it.
Okay, number 1. Do ghosts know that they're dead, real or rogue?
I think that's real, and I'm so scared that's going to happen to me.
Real! Somebody has searched it!
I knew it. It's probably me. I'm the one who searched it.
I am the ghost. Okay, can Google tell if I'm lying? Also, you used to work at Google, so I put this up. If we shouldn't put this up, we can't, but these are like funny Google searches.
Yes, okay.
Is this okay to talk about
Yes.
Google? Okay, I want to make sure. Okay.
They are no longer my employer.
Okay. Can Google tell if I'm lying? Is this a real or rogue question?
Again, real, and I think it was me who Googled.
Well, sister friend, rogue.
Okay.
But I think it's actually a pretty good Google. It's a valid. Okay. Do aliens believe in us? Andrea, you killed us.
Guys,
this is so cute. Look at the little guy down there. He's so mad.
I love him. So much.
Okay. Do aliens believe in us? Real or rogue?
Real. I feel like this is a
rogue. Come on, Steph.
I feel like that's a good tweet.
I think so too. Can I legally marry a bridge? Real or rogue?
Unfortunately, I believe this is real. I used to watch those documentaries where people like fall in love with cars. You know what I'm talking about?
Real. Of course.
I knew it.
People will marry whatever they can marry these days, I think. I mean, you've seen that movie where people are addicted to random things. Like I saw this one person eat like rocks, and he was addicted to eating rocks.
So that was like a big like TLC era, and
Yeah.
I was into
Deep.
it. I was deep on the TLC vibe.
Are you in the my 1,000-pound life?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Can I train my Roomba to protect me? Real or rogue?
I think it's rogue, but I want it to be real.
You're correct. It's rogue. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Okay. Why does my cat judge me? Real or rogue?
Do you know a cat? Like, that's...
Real. Yep. Okay. Is my iPhone listening to me, or am I the drama?
I think this is real.
Real.
Okay.
A human being Googled this. Why am I still single?
Oh, that's sad and that's real.
It's
Yeah.
real. All right. Is the government hiding a second moon? Real or rogue?
Come on. Oh my God. Wait, are they? No.
These are good Google searches, real or fake, right?
Top 10. I think real.
Rogue!
Okay, no.
Do better, people.
No. Got it.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. Congrats. Yay. Steph, we did decent. We did decent. Okay. So next segment, Kubrick and art mystery. So we're going to pivot here. Talk about your book that you came up with. And speaking of staying up late and going down rabbit holes, tell me about how you came up with this, what inspired you, just tell me the story, because I think it's really, really cool. I know you've told me, but I want to share it with others.
Yeah, so this, just like you said.
Yeah, hold your beautiful little baby up. So proud of you, sister.
Thank you. So this, I mean, just like I said before, I love a deep dive. Yes. And one of my favorite things, the month of October, every October, I do a deep dive into Stanley Kubrick. All things Kubrick, who's like amazing conspiracy fodder. Like, it's just great content for you to dive into, whether it's like him or his movies. And specifically, I love The Shining. It's my favorite horror movie. I know you're a horror movie fan.
Yes.
It's a classic. Everybody knows it. So yeah, I would just like deep dive. And I think there's like a handful of people that exist that have like a level of genius that like is beyond comprehension. Like you can't...
for Steph to say that's that is a huge compliment, because you're a freaking smarty pants. But anyways,
smart enough to do these deep dives where I'm like, oh my God, more, I need to learn more. But yeah, I think Stanley Kubrick is one of these people where he's just so talented, has so much passion, and like you can't really get him. And The Shining is a great example of that and has so many great conspiracies tied to it. So the book is in 3 parts. The first part is like some background on him and like the history behind the movie. The second part, like the meat and potatoes, are like the top 10 conspiracies around The Shining, and like a summary, why it holds water, and then like where it falls apart. And then I gave it like a special rating. And then the last part is just kind of more like analysis and like, why we give so much meaning to movies, and why are we still talking about things so many years later? Like, what is like the stickiness of these things that stay with you? So yeah, it's a little bit of a passion project. Hopefully you can buy it soon. I will let you know when you can and give you the link. Yeah.
You better sign one for me when I get it. But yeah, I briefly had a chance to read like the first few pages when we had our Friendsgiving together. I loved it. I love little Smoosh, your little puppy in the back.
Yes. He is my little mascot. My production company is called A Mother Pupper Shmoo Production. Very catchy.
And your fiance does get a little shout out in the book, not in the intro. Can we explain? Can I read this?
The dedication.
The dedication.
Yes.
To the first woman who made me feel that being too much is never enough, Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy. She's iconic.
Iconic. So Tom wasn't even, he was just like, you know what, do your thing, babe. So tell me about when you shouted him out in the book.
Yeah, so he really wasn't thrilled when he was at the dedication. And then he was like, am I in the book at all? And I was like, well, no. You wouldn't come up when I'm talking about Stanley Kubrick. Or The Shining. Do you have anything to do with Shelley Duvall and her greatness? No, I don't think so. But in the back, I write how it took like hours to get a certain take for one of the scenes, and it's the same amount of time that he thinks it takes to watch the movie, because he actually is not a huge fan of The Shining.
There's your shout out, Tom. Oh, love Tom. Love Tom so much. Okay, so why do you think so many conspiracy theorists gravitate towards Kubrick specifically?
I think because he was a perfectionist, and there's a theory out there that his last film was what's the one with Nicole Kidman?
I love Full Metal Jacket.
Fantastic. All of his movies are great.
I love that movie.
What's that?
Eyes Wide Shut?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
It's his last film before he passed, and it has been said that even though The Shining was released already, that he was still making edits to the final cut, and he would like edit in between takes. So even what we see now is not what he intended.
Wow.
Which is like fantastic. So I think because like he always, you know, that he's always working on things or was working on things and was always like evolving things, that we're like, what did it mean? Why? What is the meaning behind that? And trying to like pin that down is impossible.
I love the passion.
It's so good. It feels so good to chase it.
Have they released those edits that he was doing?
No, Lost in Time.
That's angry.
Yeah.
That makes me angry.
Yeah.
What did you discover about Kubrick maybe that you didn't know before doing this book? And what were some things that you discovered about yourself in the process?
Oh, okay. One of the things that I discovered was, I think we all know that with a certain level of like genius or dedication comes like these like weird quirks. And he had a really weird one where he would like smoke cigarettes, right? This was back in the day where people would just smoke all the time. And he would do this while talking to people. He would smoke it down to the filter and then roll the filter up into like a little ball and then put that ball into a little container and save it. Super weird. What are you doing with that? And also gross. But it made me think like, what are like weird things that I do that are just like, I don't even think about them, but they're actually quirks. And
I got some quirks. What are your quirks?
I got some weird ones. I talk a lot to myself out loud.
I do too.
Like a lot.
I'll have conversations. I'm like, you did this. No. Well, why are you? And then I'm like, I'm not even talking. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Right. Please don't diagnose me.
But then I'll do it again.
Yeah, I won't stop.
Can you give us our tinfoil hats now that I remember? I forgot all about our tinfoil hats.
Sorry, I'm ready.
I literally looked over there and I was like, oh my God, we didn't even do the segment with the tinfoil hats. Fudge. Okay.
Yes, this looks good.
This looks great. Speaking of the weird quirks that you mentioned, rolling up the filters, I watched that Ed Gein, and I know it went very off script, and I didn't like at the end where he was trying to help find some of the people that were in completely different eras. But anyways, he was rolling up his gum, and he would save his gum.
Yeah, that was really gross.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know about that.
Which makes you think, what are you doing that are quirks and you don't even know? Until somebody else tells you and you're like, oh man, that's really weird.
Really weird.
But I like it. Be your authentic self.
I like weird.
Yeah.
Because if you're not weird, it's like, I almost, not that I don't trust you, but I'm like,
you got no aura. You're not like, you're very sterile.
Yes. And it's just like, loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Discover something that you other people don't have. Okay. Do you think great art invites interpretation or conspiracy?
Both. Both. And I think that who's to say conspiracy isn't a form of art, isn't a form of like creative thinking and like problem solving, which in itself is art. That was deep.
Top, quote that, put that on a shirt. Top 3 favorite Kubrick movies. And I mentioned you, I love Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes from the movie was like, "How tall are you, Private?" He goes, "Sir, 5'5" or 5'6", sir. And he goes, 5'6". I didn't know they made crap that tall. I just love the yells. Okay. Your top 3 favorite movies from him.
Obviously The Shining, then Eyes Wide Shut, and third, yeah, I guess Full Metal Jacket would have to be third.
I need to see Eyes Wide Shut. I've not seen that.
We gotta watch it.
Of course, I've seen The Shining so many times, but
watch it, and then I will do a full presentation on it of like what it really means.
we're gonna do a friend's presentation. We're still. I told you I'm down to help you plan this, even though I know you're a
Yeah.
We're gonna do a girls' night or PowerPoint presentations on conspiracy theories. I won't bring the ones I already talked about because I have a full list.
Okay, same.
And I will bring the tinfoil hat, and we're gonna present, and we're all gonna be like, "This is what I believe."
So really, a party just for me and you. Got
Just me and you for a PowerPoint presentation.
Shout out to our friends who have to sit through that entire party.
I know. Okay. So we finally gotten to our last segment.
Already?
I know. Already. Well, we do have one that's going to be like a bonus episode for people who pay. So, good call of the week. We've talked about aliens, secret spheres, Kubrick messages. What grounds you the most right now in your life?
What grounds me the most right now, in a time where everything is digital and you are surrounded by screens, is the exact opposite. Is like analog, like actual books, people, like going to places and just like being offline. I think that's like really important because it's so easy to get sucked into like the virtual digital sense of the world right now. And it's weird. Like you really do need to go outside. You need to see, like the sun needs to hit your body. You have to talk to people, as much as like we live in a time where like, oh, I hate calling to make an appointment. Call. Don't schedule your reservation by an app. Call the restaurant. Like those little things I think really help like round you out and like stay grounded.
And you have to, well, at least I know that you know this, you have to have a little bit of faith to be a conspiracy theorist. You have to have a little bit of faith. But in the other sense of faith, you know that this podcast, faith is a big part of my life.
What?
Yeah. At first I thought you got me there. I was like, oh, Steph didn't. I was like, I've been a horrible friend then, a horrible Christian.
Oh my God, you're not my
No! I blew her hat off. Andrea. So obviously faith is a big part of my life, and you have to have a little bit of faith to be a conspiracy theorist. So what does faith look like for you? And also you have a fun little tidbit to share about your faith. And you brought some candles too.
Okay, so I brought for you and our producer Andrea, shout out to Andrea.
Hello, Andrea.
A candle of my favorite saint, St. Lawrence. And St. Lawrence is the saint of chefs and comedy. And now if you're thinking, Stephanie, how do you get to those two things? Let me tell you. It's a fantastic story. So, Lawrence was a deacon for the church in 258 AD, which meant he was responsible for all the funds for the church, primarily for dispersing those funds to the needy, the poor, the sick, the widowed, orphans, all that. History has shown us if you're in control of the money, people want it. And so the Roman prefect at the time heard this and was like, I want that money. So he then reaches out to Lawrence and goes, I want you to bring me all of the church's treasures. And he said, fine, give me 3 days. Lawrence turns around after 3 days and goes to the Roman prefect and goes, okay, here are the church's treasures. And behind him were all of the needy, the poor, the sick, the widowed, everybody that the church helps. So the Roman prefect, very upset by this, sentences him to death. And
what a twat.
Completely. And goes, you know what? You thought this was cute. It isn't. I'm not going to sentence you to death by sword and not just by fire. I'm going to send you to be roasted on a metal grill. And so he was executed. He was roasted on a metal grill. And his famous last words were, turn me over. I'm well done on this side. Hey,
Drop the mic.
Zoom in for a close-up. Iconic.
Icon. Turn me over. I'm not done on the backside. What?
Yes. So the reason that's my favorite saint, and the reason I wanted to bring that up on your podcast, is I think what's really important from that story is, one, that humor, you can find strength in humor. I think that's really important. And that compassion is radical. In a time where, like, there's so many crazy things going on and there's so many beliefs to fight for, remember that compassion should be at the core of that.
Yep.
And being empathetic and caring for one another. And then also, you know, the very, very basic, that your wealth isn't, you know, monetary. It's in the people and the relationships that you build.
I believe that. Oh, Steph, that's so cute. I love that. Love others just like you would want to be loved. Treat others how you'd want to be treated. And there's always going to be evil in the world, but as long as you can shed a little light and love on others, like, I believe it comes. Yes, it comes back to you. That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I love that. Well, thank you for sharing that. What is your good call of the week? Big or small?
My good call of the week is share the things you love with the people you love, big or small. The favorite movie, a funny laugh, a funny meme. I mean, I think that's what meme culture is, right? This made me laugh, thought of you. And I think we should expand that more, of like, hey, made this cookie, think you would love it. Like, whatever it is.
Or cheesecake in your case.
Or cheesecake. Yeah.
Steph is like the best baker ever.
I am not. However, I am a cheesecake savant, apparently. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, big savant with the cheesecakes. So we got our good call of the week. Your faith. What are a few things that you're working on right now that you're really excited about, other than your book? And tell people like 3 fun facts about you. Because I know we kind of ran through the conspiracy theories, but like, Steph is such a kind human being. She's hilarious. She's smart. Obviously very smart with what we've talked about. So I want people to know a little bit more about you before we wrap it up.
Okay.
Anything that you want to share that you're working on? How did you even get into like what you're doing with, like, you were at Google and now like you're still in like development with
learning and development? So it's a great story. I don't think anyone actually sets out to be in learning and development. Everyone stumbles into it. And the way I stumbled into it is, my first real job was technical support. And they sat me down my first day, no training whatsoever, and they said, answer the phones. Terrifying.
Oh my.
So I started like writing things down and like collecting notes. And whenever someone new joined the team, I would like take them under my wing. So when they actually created a training team, I moved over there and I was like, I love this. And I love that what I do is helping people. And like, if I'm doing a really good job, it means I'm making the people around me do a really good job. So yeah, that's how I fell into it, and I've been doing it ever since. I'm like 12, 13 years deep.
That's good.
I'm doing it for a while, so I love it.
Is this what you want to keep doing for the rest of the time?
I think my ultimate goal would be to be like a chief learning officer.
Well, girl, with the way you are determined to do things, I know you're going to get there if you want it.
Yeah, hopefully one day.
Anything? Okay, 3 fun facts about you. Before, don't you forget about this.
Okay, 3 fun facts. I was born on Thanksgiving. I was the actual first baby on Thanksgiving that was born in the hospital. Second fun fact to follow that up, when my birthday actually lands on Thanksgiving, I wear a full turkey costume to dinner. Shout out to Tom's family.
Did I not tell you that? Did I not tell you that Steph is literally the most hilarious person I know? I'm crying. Okay.
And my third fun fact is, wow, I had those 2 so fast, and now I get scared.
I wear a turkey outfit.
I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Why? Is that like personal choice?
And I think it was because my dad doesn't really like jelly or jam at all, so we never had it in the house. Like, I had peanut butter, and then it became to a point where I was like, well, now it's just kind of, I should just keep this going.
My parents never made it for us either, and I made one later in life. But same thing, we didn't have jelly around the house, so it was like,
yeah,
why don't you just make a turkey sandwich instead of peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
I didn't have a Big Mac until I was like 20-some.
But also fun fact, I call Mackenzie Big Mac. That's how you're saved in my phone.
I know.
So that is
anytime I get
crazy fact.
I know, and I love how you're always like, "Oh, Big Mac," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm big." No, not big fat, as in like I'm Big Mac.
Your presence is bigger than life.
Oh, thank you. Well, Miss Steph, thank you for responsibly spiraling with me for a little bit today. Thank you for sharing all this amazing stuff that you've got working on with your book. Hopefully we can get this with a publisher, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully very soon. Thank you for sharing your story about your saint, giving us the candle. Thank you for the tin hats. She also made these and custom put this on my head, made it to fit my head. So thank you. I'm going to cherish this forever. Your last name is also perfect for the conversation. I don't think I was recording earlier, but Terranova, new earth, new land. It only makes sense. You guys, I'm Mackenzie Salmon. This has been Good Call, Miss Stephanie Terranova. Go follow her. I will have her socials on here as long as you want them.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. You don't. Some people don't want weirdos following them, but
good call. That's my good call.
Not sharing her
Don't
socials.
be weird.
Don't be weird. You guys, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.